Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Girl What?
What?
Joined today by Tristana Looper.
Let's go. Happy January 55th.
Oh my gosh, I saw that today too.
How long is this month?
January is the worst month. Sorry, Zach, I know it's your birthday and Josh, but
But how long is this month? Did we make that last episode in the same month that we're in right now?
Yes.
Do you see why people don't stick to their New Year's resolutions now?
Yeah, right?
Because how long is this?
And we're not even, we have another
week.
We have another week. We have 6 days left in the month.
Are you flourishing?
I don't know. I think I'm drowning. Especially with all this rain. I'm sorry to talk about the weather. I'm so tired of the rain. Rain with dogs. My floors are caked in mud.
Oh, yeah. We've given up. We've failed.
Indoor recess. If I have another day of indoor recess, we got to go outside today for the first time. The kids were maniacs, obviously. We had so many, the people running into it. They're just
so overstimulating when you have to do indoor recess.
Oh, my word.
It's so loud, and you can't relax because you're like...
And I can't do any work or anything because I literally just sit there and I'm like, okay, 30 more minutes, 28 minutes.
But it's so important to incorporate it. So
I would never, ever cut out ever, but
no, absolutely
I wish I could add one in.
I know. I'm ready for summer, I think.
Yeah. After New Year's, I'm ready for summer.
That's it. Because February is awful.
Yeah.
March,
March, at least there's spring break.
Yeah. And it starts to get warmer.
It starts to get a little bit warmer. Sometimes it freezes.
And then Morgie.
Oh
my goodness.
We're at 85 days.
Is that it?
Yeah. 85, getting real close to 76.
Let me know. Let me know when you get there. A little soft 76.
Oh, I can't wait for Morgie. That's when I'm sitting in indoor recess, I'm like, oh.
But you're right. I don't want it to come because it's like Christmas.
Yes.
Because once it's here, it's like,
I want it to be like the week before. I want it to be like
for
planning and
I know. Oh
packing, and then I want it to freeze.
Oh,
I'm really excited.
No.
You're the best. Thanks for being my best friend.
I know. Thank you for traveling across the country to see Morgan Wallen.
Oxford, Mississippi. Here we go.
Based on our track record, though, I'm pretty nervous about us being left alone, unsupervised, in the middle of the country.
I think we can handle it.
I mean, my parents dropped me off in Kentucky and left me at 18, 19 years old.
I was about to say, this sounds so stupid. I'm 32. I'm trying to think of a road trip or a big trip that I've ever taken without either a husband or my parents.
Chase Rice.
That was not a big road trip. We were in Dallas. I'm just saying,
that was a lot of unsupervised.
That was fun, but we were close enough that if something happened, a husband.
Angela was there.
Yes, I mean, yeah. But yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever gone more than an hour away without a supervisor. No offense, we don't count for supervisors for each other.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Oh my gosh, instant anxiety there. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be a good time. I think we'll be fine. We plan to record an episode from there, so
yeah, stay tuned. That's this.
That's just gonna be. Remember when we did that bonus free ball episode? That's what it's gonna be.
Oh my gosh. And I have this perfect day in my head planned, and then I just know what kind of people we are.
We're gonna wake.
So I just know, I'm okay, we're gonna go to Hotworks, and we're gonna sit in the sauna, and then we're gonna go have brunch and do our hair and makeup.
Yeah.
It's gonna be feral, and we're gonna be hungover,
rolling in on two wheels to Morgie, we're here, we made
it. Nothing's gonna look right, and my hair will be in a bun. I can just see it now.
I know. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on it. I haven't even thought about an outfit because then I'm gonna be upset. It's not gonna look the way I think in my head.
In your brain, I know.
And then I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm just stuck between the jersey look. It's such a cute look, but I'm not a small girl, so the extra large jersey looks like
a t-shirt. That's what
a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to do it.
It looks like I could fit a whole family of 4 because I have to get all the extra fabric.
Yeah.
To look big.
Yeah. I can't do my legs. I'll be upset the whole time.
Well, as long as I can spray tan, I guess.
We should call Ralph. She spray tans.
I'm gonna need one.
Same. Have you ever tried to do self tanner? Have you ever tried?
So back up to when my parents dropped me off in the middle of Kentucky,
Yes.
and then I used to do all that stuff like
God, I wish I knew you in
extensions and
college.
like hair. No, there is a
Yes.
reason that God.
I know.
And so I used to do like the whole spray tan. One time I guess only did half of my body, like literally.
Oh, like Ross from Friends.
Front half.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Oh my God, you just have to see that scene. Even if you never watched Friends, it's the funniest scene I've ever seen in my
So
life.
that's what it looked like. And then I was like, I don't know, it's something important. I don't even know. Maybe it was my graduation. Something like important that I was like half tan for. And then one time I decided to color my hair with box hair color.
Because you really don't color your hair.
No, and somebody had switched out the colors in the box.
No, they did not.
For like the Stanley red. Oh yeah.
I bet we had red hair at the same time. Didn't even know it.
Oh.
You know that I did, but I did mine on purpose.
I was like, what? You should have seen my, like, I was like, So anyways, that's why I stopped doing any of that.
Me, on the other hand,
a month of color.
Yeah, just color. But I've had dark hair for a while. My goal, I don't like to say my goals out loud, but I'm trying to leave it. I want it to be this color at New Year's next year. I want it to stay.
The whole. Is that
I
your
just
natural?
want to see. My hair is like the boys, like Jackson's, like a dark blonde, navy light brown.
Well, I'm like trying to think.
I was 13 the last time my hair was a natural color.
Really?
Yeah. My mom was like, "Yeah, go for it."
And then you just never look back.
And then I just never looked back.
Man, my parents were the opposite. They're like, no, you can't color your hair.
That's one thing. Like my parents were very strict, very strict. Hair color.
They didn't.
I think that's why I think that's probably why I started dyeing it all the time, because it was like one thing that was
expression.
Did not care. I started just like bleaching it lighter. Like I had blonde hair and I wanted it lighter. And my mom did it like twice, and then she realized how much I wanted to do it. And she's like, "You've got to learn how to do this on your own. I'm not doing this every month."
And now look at you, independent. You're an independent woman.
I almost dropped out of college and went to cosmetology.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I was very close.
Man, my sister has her cosmetology license. You'll have to listen to some stories about that.
I would love to have your sister on.
Oh my, she's a hot mess. They're moving.
Where?
I don't know.
Where do they live right now?
Alvarado.
I don't even know where that is.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, not that far. I was thinking she lived like
it's
far
an hour
away.
and a half, yeah.
Oh, okay.
2 hours. I don't know. Yeah, but they're moving. So it's exciting. I mean, it's further from us, but it's exciting
good for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Now I just feel like I'm being nosy.
You know, when you text me this theme,
yes,
I was like, oh, that'll be good something to talk about. It doesn't really relate to me. And then like the more I started thinking, I was like, what's that word, vigilante? Is that what that means? Like you do things for
the good of other people. That's a vigilante.
So that's why I feel like I'm a nosy person. I want to know all the business, but just to make sure everybody's like okay.
Okay.
So I'm
a vigilante nosy person.
Yes, that's how I justified it to myself today. I was like, you know what? You're not nosy. You do it for the right reasons. I don't care if you're dating your dog. I just want to make sure you guys are okay. I feel
like kind of the same thing. It's more to like ease my anxiety. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're upset about that. Oh, good. You're not mad at me. Okay, then I'm good.
Yeah. Why we're there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we just be honest?
We're always honest.
Well, we're always honest.
Yeah. God, I hope no one ever reads our. If I die, please get to my phone.
But you're right. The anxiety of just not knowing if someone's like,
just
like if there was something else going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather you just be in my face like, you beach. No, I'd rather it be like a confrontational fight than ignored.
Yeah.
I would. It's just over with then.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you're headphones in, walk away.
We could just do it. No. If I'm passionate about something and the way I stand, I will definitely stand my ground. Yeah. But if it's like the next morning and I'm like, what did I say? Like, and you know what I mean? And I don't know what that stuff would make me anxious. Like if we got into it, like you said this when you were drinking, that would stress me out. But if it's like,
well, I mean, like the time you did put in your headphones at that one tournament, and Haley and I were like,
oh my,
up in arms. So I was like, you're gonna make me fight.
See, that I wasn't passionate about. We weren't even winning.
No, I know. It's Anyway, Haley and I were about to go to bat.
Oh, I know.
Not with each other, by the way, just with somebody. We were on the same team. That sounded like Haley and I were about to fight, not each other.
No, ma'am.
So I was looking at like the psychology behind nosiness. I always wonder like why people do what they do. Like that fascinates me.
Yeah.
Like I think I've said that before. I've always kind of wanted to be a therapist
and a cosmetologist.
Yeah, I want to do it all.
And a
photographer.
Oh.
Remember when we wanted to do sports photography?
I will do it one day. Dang it. It'll happen.
If I won the lottery and I just, go buy some good cameras and show up at tournaments and be like, hey, I'll take a picture.
That's right. Or with my iPhone.
Nosiness, or being overly curious about other people's business, actually has a lot to do with our basic instincts as humans. Way back in the day, knowing what others were up to could help us survive. If someone found a good spot for food or figured out a clever way to stay safe, you'd want to know about it. It's like our brains are wired to be a bit nosy because in the past it helped us live longer.
Yep. It's one of those like simple thoughts that's so complex at the same time. Yeah. Like, of course that makes sense. Like, why would I have never thought that would make sense?
Because it's like everyone is wired. I tell my kids all the time.
Chris is not nosy though. Not even.
Neither is Zach.
Unbothered. Completely to almost a fault. Like if we were, I guess, living in the cave people time, he would have just not eaten. I don't know.
I don't care what they're doing over there with their rocks.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, right. I'm just over here.
I know. And then me, and I'm like, Zach, guess what? Blah, 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 blah. And he's
seriously. Like, so when Chris has tea, I'm always like, do spill. And then I'm like, I've heard that. I know that. And
he's
already.
All excited about it.
Yeah, he's like, what? How did you know? I'm like,
sometimes you just gotta act like you don't know. So
he knows
keep
all the tea now, though. He is
the
tea. He's the kettle now. He's the kettle. I'm just the
cup.
The empty cup. I'm an empty cup.
Oh, you want to hear the 9 reasons why some people are so nosy, according to this article, anyway. First is curiosity. That's straight up. 2 is the desire for social connections. For some people, being nosy is a way of forging human connection.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They ask questions and pry because they genuinely want to connect with you.
Oh. Okay, I was thinking of like I'm trying to be in everybody's business.
No, it was like, I really want to be friends and I have to they feel like they have to put themselves like in your business to get to be your friend. That's what it's basically saying.
That's probably me. But probably because I'm just awkward, not because I care. I do care. Don't you care?
Yeah, no. I'm awkward too. Number 3 is boredom. I mean, yeah. Number 4, enough said. Number 4 is the need for control. Ooh. Information is power. Knowing details about others provides a sense of control.
I don't like that.
Don't like that. That's, yeah. Number 5 is just a lack of self-awareness. Here's a head scratcher. Some people are nosy because they lack self-awareness.
Killer.
They don't realize they're making other people uncomfortable.
She's in the room. Oh my God, that is so me.
Number 6 is insecurity.
No.
They want to compare and gauge where they stand to other people. I can't
stand people like that.
Number 7, empathy. Surprised? You probably didn't expect this one, but some people are nosy because they're empathetic. They genuinely care about others and want to understand their experience. That's what you were saying. You want to make sure everyone's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vigilante.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on making people feel uncomfortable without knowing.
It says this empathy can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can help forge deep, meaningful relationships. On the other hand, their desire to understand can sometimes feel intrusive. It's a delicate balance.
Oh, yeah. Which, again, I think leads to not reading a room.
Yeah. I'm not good at reading a room. Number 8 is the thrill of discovery. It's just like the fun of finding out something.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm. And number 9 is the desire for gossip, like a guilty pleasure.
Yep. How many times have I called you this week?
Several. Hey, can you talk for a minute?
You're like, no, I am teaching a class. Okay. Wow.
The loopers just like to call in the middle of the day.
I think it's funny that.
Okay, I'm done. But
I'm not going to say this again.
Oh, okay. So you're ready to dive into some stories because
let's hear them.
You think you're nosy until you read some of these other people.
Oh, who's the nosiest person you know? Do you have a...
Oh my gosh. I asked that on Reddit.
Did you?
To prepare for this. You want to hear? I only got a couple answers, but do you want to hear them? Who is the nosiest person I know? My 7 and 8-year-olds in my class.
Oh, yeah.
They do not
There's no boundaries, yeah.
How? And I make them touch their nose now. I don't even say you're being nosy.
You're just
like... I just go touch your nose, and then they're like, oh, I gotta mind my business.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet.
Touch your nose,
if
you're being nosy.
Touch my nose later.
Oh my... Hold on. Where are all of the comments? So I said, who's the nosiest person you've met? You can go to Ask Reddit, and people just respond to everything. And they said, myself, I should work on that.
Oh.
My wife, it's honestly sometimes bad. I have to keep things to myself a lot of times so she won't inconvenience herself to please me.
Oh.
You want to hear the next one? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Alyssa, but it's spelled different, and then obviously my name's not attached to this. But that was like, it was no explanation. I was like, well,
not triggered.
This person says the jerk next door, and this person says my siblings. I was like, okay,
those are good.
There was another one that actually had a long story with it, and then it got deleted, so I couldn't read it fast enough. It was like my ex-wife, and it was a major issue, and I was like, oh.
They commented on your thing?
Yeah, but then it got deleted, I guess, because I can't find it anymore. What the heck?
Alyssa, quit being so nosy.
But it's spelled with an I, by the way, which is wrong.
That's wild.
Hold on, my Reddit is being crazy. Who's the nosiest person you know?
That's a good question.
You asked me.
Oh. I mean, if I'm not saying names, I'll like throwing other people under the bus. I'd probably say, I guess myself.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like I don't want to be in drama, but I like to know it all.
But I think we're gonna validate ourselves again. Yeah. But I think it's what you said. It's nice to know, like, okay, there's a reason for this action, this action, this action, this action. It doesn't have anything to do with maybe what I've done or said or anything. Yeah. It's so hard being perfect.
Yeah. It's just really a high pedestal up here.
It's a lonely island.
Oh, we're gonna have to move.
I was thinking about getting like a red F for foxes, like just like the scarlet letter.
I was gonna say like the A, yeah.
That's us.
Yes.
Help us, we're poor.
All right, the first one is called, Am I the jerk for putting a sign in the window to discourage the nosy neighbor? You ever had nosy neighbors?
Oh. This was a recent situation, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they were so nosy, but more intrusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, out here, this old neighborhood, nobody says a word. Nobody cares.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this person lives, they keep talking about living in a flat. Where is that? Like?
Oh, England.
England? Okay.
Flat.
I live in a ground floor flat in a tenement block. Whatever that is.
Building.
My living room kitchen window faces the communal block area. Over the last few months, the tenant above me takes her pet dog out there for its restroom needs. While she's out there, for some reason, she can't help but peer into my window, having a good look at me going about my daily business. I used to have blinds, but they broke, and I replaced them with curtains the other day. No amount of civil requests for her to stop, escalating rapidly to mouth F-offs, seemed to have stopped her. So I taped a small orange Post-it note to the window saying, kindly mind your own business. Mentioned this to my dad today while returning his ladder, and he thinks that this is out of order. I guess, like, not called for. I disagree. Am I the jerk?
You know what's so funny? Okay. So on the way here, so in Highland Park, it's very different from here.
Yes.
And everybody has their blinds and everything's wide open and stuff.
Oh,
and I
so
literally
weird.
Thought to myself today when I was driving, because I was watching this man, you could tell he's like pacing the living room looking for his remote. And I was sitting in the red light and I was like, I love watching people in their houses. Like, what are you doing? Like, what?
Yeah.
So it's funny. So that, but I'll break my neck to look, like, but not for a weird, you know what I mean?
But maybe that's why I hate, like, I never have like my blinds open, like, ever.
No, somebody from the outside look, if the shoes on the other foot, it's terrifying.
It makes me very anxious, especially with the kids and stuff. Like, so we keep our blinds like if they, and I've spread it to my children, but if they see like a crack in the curtains, they're like, oh, close the curtains.
Oh, I absolutely, at night I'll do that 100%.
Your front door is glass.
Oh, yeah.
How do you, I couldn't.
We're like, you should see when people knock. I'm like, if you move. I'm like,
oh, yeah, because you can't even.
Oh,
I couldn't do it.
Well, now
the vacuum salesman would be in every day.
If somebody knocks now, if I'm not answering the door, I'll just walk right past them. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even make an effort to
Good
say,
for
like,
you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to answer your door.
That's right. I'm winning.
Yeah, win. All the comments say, like, you're not the jerk. Your only mistake is using a Post-it rather than a poster board. But I suppose you don't want to completely block the view of the yard. I mean, if someone was constantly and you've asked them, like, stop.
No, if somebody caught me, oh my, one of our neighbors was, and I was like, I think Daisy was using the bathroom or something. Yeah. And I was looking and I happened to be like, I didn't realize I was looking and this lady saw me and I was like immediately mortified. Like, if somebody saw me, I would be horrified.
But they keep doing it. That's the thing. It's like,
I just need to clarify, I'm not a peeping Tom. It's just when I'm driving.
If you're one of Tristan's neighbors, she
Yeah.
doesn't mean any harm.
No, I'm off.
She's zoned out. She's listening to Morgan in her headphones. She didn't know.
No idea. Can't read a room.
All right, this one's 4 years old. Would I be the jerk for confronting my wife's nosy friend?
Do read more.
This last weekend, I was home alone with my 2 boys, 4 and 1. My wife was on a trip to China, running a marathon on the Great Wall because she's a beast.
That's sweet.
Contrary to every sitcom ever, this wasn't too big of a deal. She does the majority of childcare and household chores because I work and she currently doesn't, but I'm pretty involved with my kids and I do plenty of chores when I'm home. Being home alone with them was nothing new. Early on in the day she was supposed to come home, the boys and I were at church. We ran into my wife's friend, who has watched our kids on multiple occasions, seems genuinely trustworthy, and very close with my wife. She mentions bed sheets that my wife was going to let her borrow and ask if I had brought them. Wife didn't mention this to me, but I had noticed some sheets that she left next to the front door. I was going to lunch after church, so I wouldn't be going home to get them for her, but I made a snap decision that we could probably trust her to grab the sheets on her own.
Oh, boy.
Wife's friend was good with this option, so I gave her our door code and went on my merry way. Now, I had been working through a laundry backlog, and little boys are very capable of making a mess, so the house was not presentable. I had plans to do some more cleanup later that evening, but I obviously wasn't expecting to have someone in the house. Getting 2 little boys fed and out the door in the morning is a chore all its own anyway. Things went according to plan, and I had the laundry done, dishes cleaned, apartment swept, and wife came home super tired and thankful that the house looked as good as it did. Wasn't perfect by any stretch, but it really is with little boys. A couple days later, wife offhandedly mentions her friend having to come to get the sheets. I tell her what we arranged and find out that the sheets I saw were the wrong ones. Her friend found them after messaging my wife, who was surprised she was in our apartment without me. This is where the obnoxious behavior happened. Wife's friend tells my wife essentially that the house is a mess and I have a lot of work to do to make the apartment presentable before she gets home. I'd be willing to laugh this off as a joke, but then she proceeds to take a video of our entire apartment to try to show how bad it is. This lady has no kids, and I guess her home is always perfect or something. My wife is a champ, so she told her friend she's not worried about me, and even sent her a message when she got home about how well I did cleaning the house. At any rate, I can't help but feel a little violated and insulted. My wife and I are equal partners in all we do, and the idea that I need to be monitored when she isn't home is just trash. I haven't said or done anything yet, but would I be the jerk for confronting her and letting her know that she is no longer welcome in our home without supervision, and how hurt I was by that?
Can I just say how sweet it was that he kept talking to his wife about his wife like that?
Yes.
So sweet.
Yes, he was a very...
Yeah.
He's a winner. He's not the jerk just for that.
Yeah, that's right. No. Because I have given my door code to multiple of my friends. I would never... I mean, my house has looked like a bomb's gone off. Like, sorry.
My house literally right now looks like a bomb's gone off.
Scoot it to the side. So I would be like, what the... But I would say something to you. Like, hey, did you... No, hold on. It'd be like you sending me a video if Chris was gone.
Yeah. It'd be like Chris home with the boys and me coming over to grab something and sending you a video and being like, look how trashed Chris has the house. That's what it would be like. And then Chris being like, would I be a jerk if he came to me and was like, hey, that wasn't cool?
Oh, when you put Chris in the picture here.
That's what it would be like. It's like, you're out of town, I come over to grab something and I video the house.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, I don't see it as, I don't think he should be that upset. Like,
no, when you put it like that, I'm like...
I don't think I would ever be like, oh my God, Chris, the house is gross. Like,
just send it. I mean, but
kind of a moot point since Chris is like the cleanest person ever. But
yeah, oh my God, he probably has anyway. Stuff in the front yard.
It's like cleaner than ever because he's like.
Did I ever tell you that he said if I ever like, I said when I pass away, like, what are you gonna do? He's like, oh, your stuff's gone immediately. He's like, it's cleaned out. Thank God the closet's clean.
Not even saving anything.
And I was like, you know what's bad is you're telling the truth. Like, you're not lying.
Yeah.
So
he would be a little more sentimental than that. I know it's like,
bro, no.
He'd be like smelling your clothes, like holding on to him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he would. Anyway,
yeah, I don't know. That's wild. I don't know.
I don't see it as that big of a deal. Like maybe she shouldn't have been like, look how much work he's. And then she even sent her friend a video like, hey, look how did he.
Yeah, but if you're on like vacation too, like if you're running the Great Wall of China, I'm not sending you a video of your husband's.
Yeah.
I don't care. Thanks for the sheets.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd feel weird going further into your home without you being there.
Yeah. I think she like called the friend. She's like, hey, these aren't the right sheets. Where are they? But still, like...
I still would be like, are you sure?
Like, oh, these aren't the right ones. I'll come back when she's home.
That's it. Yeah, like, I don't want to go further into your house.
Literally, I walked in the other day to yours. I looked in that black bag and I'm like, okay, this is the right black bag. Shut the garage. Don't touch anything.
Head straight.
Yeah. I was like, well, and then the garage was shut and I was like, please don't, like, actually be here. And I'm just, like, walking in. It's, like, my worst nightmare.
Oh, my God. Because I don't even think I told him you were coming.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what if he's... yeah. Anyway.
Oh, my gosh. Head straight. I would have ran out the front door.
And I literally checked the bag, like, three times.
Just to make sure.
This is the right bag I'm supposed to grab.
I know I didn't have any other bags.
I should have just thrown it in my Ziploc bag.
Peace be with us. I was like...
That dude is like, Caddo Park ladies are something else.
I didn't want to give it back in a Walmart sack.
I'm so weird. I kept the exact same bag he gave it to us in. And I was like, don't lose this bag. I'm giving it back to you.
I was just wondering if we can just switch those tops out. Can I have those tops back?
I need the bottoms. Jackson's legs aren't going to fit. Anyway, the next one.
Oh my gosh.
Am I the jerk for being pissed at my sister for being nosy? You have a sister and I don't, so I don't really get the sister. I don't have the sister dynamic to compare to.
Or me and my sister really aren't that close till now.
How big of an age gap is there?
Like,
she's younger, right?
February, March, April, May, 12, 13, 14, 15 months.
15 months?
Mm-hmm.
Is she older or younger?
Younger.
Okay.
So I turned 34 this year and she turns 33 in May.
Wild.
Yeah.
Props to that's back to back. That's tough. Props to your parents for
the Belgian.
Yeah. Props to your dad and mom for raising you.
Yeah.
Anyway, throwaway in case she finds this. I'm 25 and my sister is 28. My sister is visiting our hometown. She lives across country, and I'm seriously pissed at her over something that happened last night. We went out to get drinks and she started prying into my personal life. I recently had an engagement end, but we decided to keep living together because we're both on the lease and it's a 2-bedroom and just see other people. She was asking, which, first of all, never.
Never, yeah.
No. She was asking how it worked and if we were still dating, and it was just an open thing. And I got really sick of how prying and digging she was because she was only asking so she could judge. And I told her she had no business trying to give me advice because her relationship isn't perfect either. They're in counseling and don't live together at the moment. Plus, her boyfriend before this one hit her, so it's not like she can really give healthy advice.
Oh my gosh.
She said, I obviously didn't say this to her. She always asks me about crap-like relationships or career, but I think she just does it to compete with me. Okay, so that falls into that category that we were reading about, that it's like just to see how they stack up.
I don't like people like that.
So I snapped at her and she went all quiet and passive-aggressive, pouty. So we leave and she grabs the check because she likes to use money to show she's better than me. Sounds like they have a great relationship.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds toxic.
And I've had a few drinks. So I sort of explained to her that I'm sick of her digging into my life just to make herself feel better. So she starts crying because she has a victim complex and always cries when someone is mad at her because she knows it gets her out of trouble. She didn't say anything to our family or anything, but I told my friend about it. And he said I was being too hard on her. So am I the jerk?
No, if it seems like a behavior, I mean, but you're right. It sounds like they're not even close anyways.
Yeah.
So it'd be like me calling up somebody that's not very close and stacking up.
It's just, well, I mean, it didn't sound like she was like asking about her relationship. Isn't that something sisters would do? Like, it doesn't sound like she was prying. So she's talking about your life.
Unless it seems she's like insecure about the situation. So. Hypersensitive. The
top comment says she started walking more just to win a challenge, which is specifically designed to motivate. Oh, I must have missed that part.
Oh, I was like, huh?
She asked you about your work. She's interested in your relationships. She paid for your drinks. What a jerk. She goes, and it says you're the jerk here.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like that lady, the one's like hypersensitive or insecure about the whole situation. Yeah. So she's just kind of like,
maybe she's insecure about her sister. That she's like projecting it onto her.
Yeah.
The overall vote here was that this girl was the jerk.
It sounds like she was like angry when she wrote it too. Imagine going back and like reading those responses and being like,
I know. I love when these people get told that they are the jerk and they're just defending themselves like over and over.
Do they constantly?
Yeah, a lot of them. Like, this person doesn't really comment much on here. I like that. If you're going to ask if you're the jerk, just let them tell you you're the jerk and then...
make adjustments?
Yeah, and then just read them. don't try to defend yourself. Just read them.
Yeah.
You're the jerk. Didn't pass judgment before, but further interactions prove that OP is just being nasty and most likely the one causing the problems.
Original poster.
Yeah. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the sister was being nosy at all. I think they're just conversing about their lives. Like, that to me is not nosy. If somebody you don't know was like, how does that relationship work?
Yeah, like, what is it? Yeah, it literally sounds like that girl's, like you said, projecting.
If my brother was asking me, like again, I don't have a sister, but I asked my brother about his relationships.
Is he dating someone?
Not really.
Is he not moving to New York?
I don't know. I think he is going to school there in the fall. It was like he had to like enroll and like wait.
In New York?
I think so.
Oh my gosh. Is he gonna have an apartment?
Yeah. Apartment. Those things are tiny. Like, he'll pay what I pay for my mortgage for for this.
Cool. We can fit. I can make
100%.
Is it
Mortgage 2025 in New York? Put it on the countdown. I'm like, we'll pay for you to
literally, I'll send you. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, we just need your apartment for a night. Thanks. Yeah. 2 nights.
A week.
Actually, we're just gonna move there for
spring break.
Oh my
we're gonna VRBO.
And he's listening to this going, absolutely not. You're never allowed to visit.
Mm-hmm. No, Josh, that's not how it goes. Sir.
I love him. The other day I was like, hey, do you want to come shoot some pool? I got him a pool stick for Christmas. We taught him how to play. He likes it. And he goes, I'm reading tonight. Which I get. I was trying to finish a book before you got here.
What are you reading right now? I cannot. I've got 2 sitting on and I just cannot bring myself to open them.
So I read a book the other day by Colleen Hoover, and I guess it was like one of her first. I know. But I didn't realize it was a 3-part series, so I had to go out and buy 2 and 3 because I read it in a day. And I've read the second one in a day. Yeah.
I know.
It's just like, this one's about like this girl loses both of her parents and she's raising her brother. And she ends up dating a guy who's raising his brother. They like live across the street, and like he doesn't have parents, and so they have very similar situations and lots of trauma, and it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's just an easy read.
Something that's quick.
And I like the characters. The main character's name is Lakin.
Oh, my college roommate was named Lakin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. I've never heard of it before. Okay, this one. Am I the jerk for clapping back?
I hate that term. I hate that term.
Clapping back at a relative who is being nosy. Okay, I haven't actually read this one, so we're going to read it together. Yes. My husband's brother... Okay, I hate when they explain relationships like this. My husband's brother is married to a woman, Jenny, who nobody in the family is really a big fan of. She has basically no filter and will often blurt out rude things. One example is that
That's probably what Chris's family thinks about me. But it's so unintentional. It is so unintentional. Like, I don't mean to ask you, anyways, this is not a confessional.
One example is that we were once at an amusement park together and she loudly said, wow, there's a midget here, when a little person walked by. It's pretty bad. She also parties a lot for someone her age. We're all mid-30s and generally acts much younger than she is. We don't see each other often, and even less so recently. As you can imagine, we had a mini barbecue for President's Day that included her and my brother-in-law and my husband's parents. Basically, we all grilled hot dogs and burgers in our respective kitchens and had a Zoom call. Oh, so this was during COVID. Everyone on the call was having a beer except for me. I don't drink alcohol. I never have. And there's no particular reason for it, just a combination of a lot of little reasons. And then they name them. I'm 1,000% sure that this fact has come up before, so Jenny should have already known. Nonetheless, she sees me drinking a lemonade on the call and it takes a turn. Oh my gosh, are you pregnant? No, I just don't drink. You know that. You are pregnant. Congratulations, girl. Her husband butts in to confirm that I actually really don't drink and I'm not pregnant. Oh my God, really? That is so funny. Why don't you drink? I just don't. Can we please move on? Are you Mormon or something? No. Was your dad a drunk? Wow, no. Can you stop it? Are you on happy pills? Stop. Well, then why? I don't know, Jenny. Why do you get so hungover that you can't drive your kids to school?
Stop.
I can't guarantee that the above exchange was word for word accurate, but it was pretty close. Jenny's mood turned on a dime and she started screaming at me about talking shit about her in front of her in-laws, and aren't I a snooty little princess? Me and my husband ended the call, and it's been unpleasant since then. That's nosy to a different level. That's just rude.
Yeah. Asking, yeah.
After the first, like, hey, you're pregnant. Oh, no, she's really not. Just stop.
Social cues. Jenny sounds like a peach. Sounds like we'd be friends. Jenny! Jenny! Am I Jenny?
No.
Okay.
Gosh, no.
I don't know. That's,
It's just like, again, read the room.
Yeah.
Like, no, stop. I'm just not having a drink.
I would have ended it right then and there, like the call.
And it's a Zoom call. I would walk out of the frame.
Yeah, like that part though. Shut the computer.
After the first question.
Anything like online cyber, I know it's all like a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, log off. Like, you have the power. Like,
yeah.
Shut the computer, log off, walk away. Yeah. So I don't know. What's the
overall vote is not the jerk. Hold on. It's baffling how some people feel okay with being nosy and invasive or telling extremely rude jokes and genuinely think it's okay. Yet the moment you use the same attitude, they act like you've committed treason against humanity.
Yeah.
Why do you think others would be okay with it if you're that sensitive about it when it's thrown back at you? And I think that's my biggest thing too. Like, you want to say all these things, and then she's like, well, you get hungover, and she's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, oh, you're attacking me.
You just asked if my dad was a drunk and I'm on happy pills.
Happy pills.
Get on your medicine.
You don't want to be boring.
No. Never.
Hey, that 1 year anniversary is coming up.
May?
Was it? It's gonna be May.
Wouldn't know.
Was it May?
I don't know.
February 12th coming up too.
I'm off that day.
Are you? It's a Monday.
Yeah. Off. The next Monday I have like a professional development, but I'm off that day.
Because it's President's Day the next.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, the 12th.
If your family doesn't have Monopoly on you, we can do something.
Monopoly?
I mean, like, if your family's not like doing
something. Oh, I thought you want
to
play Monopoly. I was like, yes. Chris will not play Monopoly with me.
I haven't played in forever.
We have Sunopoly.
Oh, don't tell the boys that though.
Well, I got it for Chris when we were dating, like our first Christmas ever.
Yeah.
Thought it was cute. It's still in the paper, like still in the plastic at the top of our closet.
He doesn't like Monopoly.
He hates games.
You should come hang out with my family.
It's just, he's so competitive and like, he really takes it like
seriously,
and I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're really upset, like you're really mad.
Is that why he doesn't like it? It's like not fun.
I think we played a game when we were dating, like I can't even remember, and I think he got so upset that I was like like I think he like flipped the board. Like I'm telling you, like it was like
a board game.
Yes,
just the two of you.
Gosh, I can't remember what game. No, we were playing with like his roommate and his roommate's boyfriend.
Yeah.
He had a girl roommate. So that's
anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, but I think we were playing, and I think he got very upset. Like I remember him being. I was like, okay, never doing this.
See, again. My family, Zach, when he first started hanging out, was like, this is weird. Y'all just like sit and play games together.
I love that.
We play lots of cards, lots of dice.
That's so fun. Do the boys like it too?
Games. Jackson, big card and dice player.
Is he?
Noah will play some dice. He doesn't really like cards. But Jackson and my mom will literally sit and play cards for like hours.
We just started playing like family games and like slapjack.
Yeah.
The kids love that game.
Yeah.
But
I should have Jackson teach a few of our dice games because they're so easy. They're fun.
We're big game people. Takes things very personally too. I hate playing games with him.
Maybe if Jackson
Everybody's
teaches him.
grounded. Everybody's grounded when Hudson's playing by the end of it.
Bodie's a good loser?
No. But he's like the crap talker.
Yeah.
So he'll like poke and prod until everybody's pissed off. Like, and just won't stop. You know.
I just read a meme yesterday and it said that youngest child bullies everyone in the house.
That's what I posted that on Chris's wall.
Oh, that's probably why I read it then. And I showed Jackson and he goes, what does that mean?
It's you. If you don't think it's your house, it's you, sir.
And I was like, do you like to like pick at people? And he's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, that's what it means. You make everybody upset.
Second born. I cannot.
I'm telling you. But then the firstborn gets harder.
Oh, 9 as they get older. Terrible. What are we doing?
Wait till 10 and 11. No, 9 was like the entryway. 3rd grade was when Noah started getting like push my limits. And now sometimes I'm like, excuse you?
The audacity.
Yeah. Am I the jerk? I got told off by a nosy stranger.
So encounters like this live rent free in my brain.
Yeah. Nosy strangers.
Just like people. Yeah, actually, I went and got a pregnancy test. Bodie, I don't know who it was. I don't know which one it was. We had been like trying, but not trying. Anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm old. I think it was like 27.
Yeah.
And I already
married,
had, like,
and a kid.
Yeah, I had Hudson. And this lady was like, "Was this an accident?" And I was like,
see, like, what gives people the audacity to ask a stranger that?
But I was like, "Oh my gosh. No, we're actually really hoping. Thank you." Yeah. So yeah, nosy strangers. It lives rent free in my brain.
It's so weird. I think I told you before, when I was pregnant with Noah, I got asked what grade I was in. I was married. I was with my mom. I mean, I was with my mom when I was 19, but I was married. And
you were pregnant at 19?
No, I was 20. Sorry. I was 20.
Wow.
Pregnant at 20. Had him when I just turned 21. I was the DD at my 21st birthday.
Shut up. Were you really?
Pregnant with Noah. Thanks, Noah.
Noah?
He also walked the stage with me at my college graduation. In my belly, but yeah.
Were you like showing?
Yeah. Yeah. So May, and then I gave birth in October, so yeah.
He's an October baby.
Yes. Okay, this is honestly a super small, tiny issue that will probably get buried, but oh well, I've been thinking about it. I was at my local doctor's office, and as usual, the queue was long. This is obviously
the queue.
And I had noticed the doctor herself come out of the room to talk to her admin staff in front about relevant and irrelevant issues alike. I guess I was just feeling a bit more impatient as I was sick and had been waiting for a while, so I decided to pull out my phone and type a private Instagram story to rant and complain about the situation. Word for word, my caption was something like, "This doctor has 10 to 12 patients and she's still spending 20 minutes talking to her admin staff. Please help me." I then quit the Instagram app without posting the story, as I thought, yeah, that's a bit petty, whatever, I'll just deal with it, and went back to playing a game on my phone. I proceed to get tapped on the shoulder by a white British male, I live in Asia, who proceeds to say that he saw what I typed and that it was totally unfair and there's enough hatred in this world. He was so upset and I was so bewildered that a stranger was talking to me. Again, a rare thing in Asia. I only managed to ask him why he was looking at my private things and my phone screen. He continued his rant and ended with, "Now do as you please." I've spent the whole day feeling equally...
You mean, "Now do as you please"?
I can't do accents at all.
What? A British?
"Now do as you please."
There you go.
I'm just
Have you seen the new Wonka?
Yes.
The Scrub It.
Okay. Yes. I loved it.
So okay.
Cute. It wasn't the nicest thing, but it was my own private rant, and I hadn't said a word to the staff or the doctor. Is this some form of white privilege or culture difference? Or am I really a jerk? Didn't have to add the last line, but okay. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? So they like typed something up on their phone, didn't even post it, put it away.
I don't know. When I'm doing things on my phone like that, like talking about things that are like maybe
happening around you.
Yeah, I'm very careful because again, I'm nosy. Mm-hmm. If somebody's got their phone up and I
full brightness,
yeah, I'll look. What are you looking at?
Yeah.
Oh God, maybe I am nosy.
But would you then confront the person?
Absolutely not.
And be like,
nope.
And they didn't even post it to be like, "There's enough hatred in the world. Why do you have to berate the doctor?"
You mean there's enough hatred in the world?
And just be like, "I was journaling. Geez, leave me alone."
No, I would never. Some people are so like, they don't care about, like, they'll just say anything.
Confrontational, for sure.
I just don't know how people are like that. I wish I could be like that. I wish I could just say what I meant. Like,
I can't even hardly say nice things to strangers, let alone just randomly go up and be like, "You're a jerk." You know what I mean? Like,
strangers. Did I tell you this time recently, within the last 2 weeks?
Oh.
Like, it's so awkward. Like you said, when people are like, and I always try to like relate, or like, I don't even know anyways, somebody asked me what my kids' names were, and I was like, Hudson and Bodie, and they were like, "Oh, those are nice names." I'm like, "They're okay." And then I was like, and then I proceeded to tell like a story. And the whole time, this adult child, like teenage, is like staring out, and I'm like, "Shut up!" And my brain's like, "Shut up!"
Yeah.
And then I just keep talking, and I'm like, "Yeah." She thinks I hate my kids' names. and they go to our church, so.
You said, yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, they're okay. I was like, anyways.
I only laugh because it's me. I'm like, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Please don't. Like, I was like at that party last night.
Did you talk to people?
No, and I even saw the ladies that like we sat with at the game.
They didn't say anything?
No, I don't know if they even saw me. Like, but I was reading. They had like couches.
Oh yeah. Those are so comfortable too.
Yeah.
Up on the platform.
Yes.
Oh man, I was like, just leave me here.
I know. And I texted you and I was like, is it socially acceptable to read a book? And then I literally saw another mom reading a book, and I
took off running.
I just said literally 5 times. Went to my car, got my book, and sat back down. I was like, oh, it is socially acceptable. Good.
Yeah, I would have brought a book. Well, I thought was it socially acceptable to stop by when there's none of my children there?
I wish you would have.
I almost sent Bodie, and Chris was like, no. I was like, well, that's like his brother.
I know. And I felt bad because I told Noah, like, no, like, well, no, they were with their dad anyway, but if he was with me, I probably would have brought him. But I was like, no, like, and I should have just brought Noah.
Oh, the place is cool.
I've never been there before.
It's awesome.
Way better than Urban Air.
Yeah. Well, see, the kids differ. My kids are like, no.
Oh, no. Jackson was like, this is way better than Urban Air.
I like that it's like cleaner. Like, it's just.
Yes.
I don't know. And they're open during the school day. So, like, we can go during like the school hours when it's not very busy.
I like that it doesn't have the big play place. I think that thing is so nasty.
Disgusting.
So gross.
Have you ever got stuck up there?
I've never tried to go up there.
Oh, don't, because you get stuck.
I will.
I was like,
was that a fat joke?
And then I started having like anxiety because it was hot
and it's closed in.
Oh man, and I was like sweating and like smelled like foot.
I didn't even like those when I was little, like because it's just like the walls are closing in.
Yeah, and then I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost. Oh,
lost.
What?
Can you tell me how to get out of here?
Yes.
Just make a right at the green tube.
Yeah, you're right. And then I'm up in the yellow. Literally cannot get down. I'm like staring down at the ground at my kids.
Oh, I'm always afraid there's like an adult just chilling up there. And my kids are like going through the tubes.
Why is that such a new fear unlocked? Why did you do that?
I'm sorry.
Never have I thought of that.
Well, because, one time we were at Chick-fil-A and theirs isn't very big. But there was like I'm sure it was just an older teenager, but just sitting up there. And Jackson went up there and he was like, some guy just was like, hey. And I was like, run. And I went and told the manager and they made him get out. But I'm like, what if he was.
Yeah, I know. Creep.
Yeah. Taking pictures up there or something.
Ew. God, thank you. Now I won't sleep tonight, so thank you.
Anytime, me either. So you want to help me take down a bed?
No, I'm literally going to fall asleep here.
Okay, let's see. Let me do one more. I've got like 4 more, but that's okay. Here. How about the one at church?
These are good.
Am I the jerk for not disciplining my daughter for laying into a nosy woman at church? My wife and I have one 14-year-old adopted daughter, Sarah, which is relevant to the story. We recently found out that she has PCOS, which I'd never heard of before. Part of that is that she has a very large ovarian cyst that requires surgery to remove. The surgery is scheduled and happening soon, but right now she looks pregnant, which can't be easy on a teenager. Between this illness and life in general, Sarah can be moody, and nobody in life is immune to fits of anger. Today at church, some woman decided that Sarah was in fact pregnant and that it was her chance at a free baby. Sarah went off on her, calling her a barren beach, among other things, and causing a major scene that left the woman sobbing. My wife thinks that Sarah has anger issues and we should punish her for not being sensitive, and I don't agree. First off, why is that woman entitled to say anything if Sarah was pregnant? Infertility doesn't make you exempt from social norms. I recognize that my wife and that woman have suffered, but they don't get to do whatever. With her medical problems, Sarah will probably be infertile herself, which I think puts her on par on that point. Secondly, Sarah lashed out in a rage due to mental and physical pain while provoked by an outrageous encounter. I don't know if that's the same as having anger issues or a personality problem. Maybe that nosy woman needed to learn a lesson and did. What's your take?
I don't know. That's
loaded.
Loaded, yeah. I always think from like my perspective, I would be upset like if somebody had asked me like maybe I have a tumor, like maybe I have a cyst. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it,
like, huh.
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, if she just went off on her for asking if she was pregnant, I think that'd be great. If she just said, "Hey, are you pregnant?" What was the
free baby comment?
She asked if she could adopt her baby.
See, no, that's to me is very inappropriate. And that's
insane,
especially if she's a teenager.
Like anybody.
I mean, if she was truly pregnant,
yeah.
Then, like
hey, obviously you don't want your baby because you're a teenager.
Yeah, like if
can I have it?
Yeah, see, I think that's crossing the line. Yeah,
that's unhinged. Again, who just goes up to a stranger and is like, hey, can I have your baby?
Probably me just trying to get coffee and just, you know what I said?
That reminds me of when you, I don't know why, the girl potato and the boy potato.
Oh my God.
I'll never forget that story.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Everyone, I mean, the vote was not the jerk who goes up to a teenage girl and asks her for her non-existent unborn child. And the OP responded to that and said, a very desperate woman who thinks she's saving a child from a teenage mom.
They're Baptist.
I don't want to end on that one. Can I do one more? Okay, I'm going to let you pick. Ready?
Okay.
Telling my nosy neighbor to go away, or telling my nosy sister-in-law she's not entitled to my trauma.
That one.
Okay. This one's recent. It's like 30 days ago. It says, this is more to vent than anything. I'm married to my husband, and we recently celebrated our 7-year anniversary.
Yeah.
I adore my husband's family. They're so lovely and warm to me. The only problem is my husband's younger sister. I'll call her Kim. Kim is nosy. She always feels like she needs to know about every aspect of a person's life. She targets this behavior towards me since I'm very private, especially about my past before I met my husband. I don't like talking about myself for very personal reasons, but that doesn't stop her from asking uncomfortable questions. Her parents and siblings have tried to talk to her about this, but it doesn't work. Normally I can brush off her questions, but this time I feel like she went too far. My husband and I had a small party for our anniversary. Kim was there and decided that she'd had enough of me ignoring her. During dinner, in front of everyone, she loudly demanded to know why I refused to talk about my past or my family. Why was I keeping so many secrets from them? She wouldn't let up. My husband, their parents, and our friends all told her to back off and sit down, but she wouldn't. I lost it. I got up and in her face, I made myself just as loud as her, and I told her that she's not entitled to my past or my trauma. She doesn't need to know what happened to me. Therefore, she has no right to interrogate and humiliate me in my own home, and that if she couldn't act like an adult, then she needed to leave because I wasn't going to put up with her.
Boom, mic drop.
The entire room went dead silent. She tried to talk again, but every time she did, I cut her off and I told her to leave, and she finally left. The rest of the guests also left not too long after, since the mood was pretty much ruined.
That's so stupid.
My husband told me he was proud of me for standing up for myself, something I've always had trouble doing in the past.
Good for her.
But the next morning I woke up to texts from Kim and her parents. I hate confrontation. My husband helped me talk to them.
She sounds like she'd be our friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did the text say?
From the parents?
Yeah.
Let's see. Kim was saying I made her look like a bad person for being curious and expected an apology. My husband's parents were more understanding. They agreed that Kim had been the one in the wrong for starting with me, and I had every right to defend myself. My mother-in-law does think I could have handled it better and not stoop to her level, but my husband said, absolutely not, I don't have to apologize.
No. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
It sounds like that victim complex that we heard about earlier.
Like, why? And why in front of everybody, too?
I don't know. I just couldn't imagine having to, needing that much attention. And
I'm the opposite. Nobody give me any attention.
Seriously, please don't make me talk about myself.
Just talk to me all day. But other than that, like when you were sleeping and you took a nap the other day after the gym, and I was like, oh no, she's not. Where is she?
Okay, don't even get me started on that. Oh my. And I can tell when you
anytime I take a nap.
And then I'm like, she read it at 3:48 a.m., but she hasn't texted back since it's
That's me going like this in the middle of the night, and it opens it with my face. Probably.
That makes so much sense.
Or the day when I slept for like 24 hours. I think I had like 30.
Oh yeah, I was like, well, good night. I guess that you're going to bed. I was like sending 42 TikToks, and I was like, all right, good night.
I woke up and I'm like, oh crap, I'm not mad at you, but I'm really tired.
Like, is everything all right? And then it's so funny at night, and I'm like, oh, we're catching up.
I don't have to do that anymore because Zach's not here at night most of the time.
Oh.
So I'm just free to text.
I
could set you up on FaceTime. How you want to read together?
I set you up on FaceTime. Zach said, it's family time.
The other night he was like, dinner was finished up.
I was like, I just find it funny that.
He was like, come make plates. And I was still talking. And that's when he was like, she needs to get off the phone.
I'm always like, well, Alyssa said, I was talking to Alyssa and we
Does Chris ever tell you to stop?
No.
Is he always like,
No. But I'm always like, Alyssa and I.
And Zach will be like, Tristana, right? I mean,
Yes.
how's Tristana this morning? Fine. Thank you.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we identify as...
We. As an us.
We.
Oh, my gosh.
We are doing fine.
No.
Are we doing fine?
I mean, it's January 55th, so...
What a year.
We're doing as fine as we can. Today's a full moon, too.
Oh, that makes so much
full
sense.
moon with rain in January. Do you know what teaching is like this week? I mean, you do.
My kids have been... It's been a really good week. I manifested a good week.
Good.
Yeah.
Manifest one for me next week.
What's next week?
I don't know. Just more January.
Oh my God! There's another week of January.
Yeah, the whole week.
It's the 5th week of January.
Except for next Friday will be February. Literally.
You said another week of January?
And another week of rain.
Is this supposed to rain all week? Is this supposed to rain on Sunday?
No. It's supposed to be nice this weekend.
Oh, good.
And then it's supposed to rain all during the week next week. No, yeah.
Okay,
Sunday
good.
we are clear.
Good. For takeoff.
Will you text me tomorrow?
About what?
To bring all supplies. Because they're all at school.
Supplies?
Mm-hmm. To make hot chocolate.
Oh, I was like...
For the crafting we're doing.
I am crafting tomorrow. The boys...
What are you making?
I don't know. We're painting.
Well, I have to make a 3D model of the water cycle with Noah, so...
See, I'm not traditional. I cannot. You guys already do so much, and then it's like, hey, do a project. And I'm like, ugh.
Well, I mean, he's done it. I made him write a list of all the things he needs. Let's see what's on it. I haven't even read it yet.
Yeah, please. Let's read this list.
And Zach's going to help him make it. For clouds, he wants to make them out of cotton balls. Trees, he wants popsicle sticks with green paper.
Aww.
Mountains, he's unsure. Left it blank, but we're going to do some styrofoam. Runoff water, blue cloth.
Blue cloth.
The sun, yellow paper.
Okay, but that's cute that he planned like that.
Oh, I said plan it out so I know what you need.
That's cute. Blue paper.
Yeah.
I mean, blue cloth.
Blue cloth.
Oh, I've seen a blue cloth there.
You just cut up something expensive. Oh, yeah. So anyway, and then that's the only thing I don't like about 5th grade so far this year. They've got a lot of projects. And I'm like...
Is that where they do the simple machine?
That's 3rd grade, so Jackson's about to do that. Zach loves that, though. Like, Jackson and Zach are already planning that. They don't... It's not even a side
There's
yet.
a big 5th grade one, too.
Simple Machines
4th.
again?
Is it Simple Machines?
Simple Machines was 3rd grade. That's the big 3rd grade thing. 4th grade, the big project is Wax Museum. They have to dress up and do a research. I like that. 5th grade so far, there's been several projects. So, yeah. And they send like all these reminders. No offense, like they're doing a great job. I think Noah's learning a lot, but like they send me like lots of updates, and I thought it'd be like less now that he's kind of more independent.
And it's like more.
It's more updates, and I'm like, from 8 teachers.
That's so overwhelming. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Most of the time, I'm
not
like,
sticking.
I'm like, Noah, you need have homework, and he's like, no. I'm like, okay.
I
mean, it's on you.
Yeah.
You have autonomy over your own education at this point. You're 11.
Check.
So, whatever.
Good word choice.
Autonomy. Ownership, right?
Yeah.
I'm using words like I know what they mean.
Audacity.
Ghetto Park.
Hold on. What was the other one? Slug. What did you say today?
A raindrop slug.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, because he said raindrop, new name. Raindrop.
Oh, yeah, raindrop.
And I was like, oh, raindrop slug.
That's
over emotional raindrop slug. You know who you are.
If you made it this far.
If you made it this far to the last minute.
Then you know who you are.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love you.
All right, well.
All right,
I gotta go edit this video because it's coming out in 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Good night, everybody.
See you later. Happy January.
Happy January 55th.